Good morning. Good morning. Today's topic is what is holistic healing and what it's not. But before we get into that topic, I want, for those who don't know me, my name is Sharon Fant, and I am a registered nurse, and I've been working in healthcare and in the medical field for over 38 years. I am also an author, and I am a holistic healing or holistic health counselor and coach. And I am the founder and facilitator of the Holistic Healing Circle. And the Holistic Healing Circle community has been around since 2020. And so with that being said, I forgot to say, I want you to, I'm on making these videos every day, Monday through Friday, and it's at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're up about that time, join me live, and if you will, catch me on the replay, okay? So we're going to talk about something I think is beautiful and often misunderstood, and that's holistic healing. Now, years ago, when I would say things about holistic healing, people would look at me like, okay, is something wrong with that. That's evil. They would say things like, that's not of God, and pretty much criticize it. However, I have seen holistic healing bring about healing in many, many people's lives, and it made their lives better, okay? Because holistic healing, it brought them out of that medical matrix that they were in with much amounts of prescription medication. So we're going to talk about what holistic healing means. So what it really means, no matter what people are saying, or maybe what misunderstandings or misconceptions that people have about holistic healing, it is a beautiful thing and it is a good thing, okay? So holistic healing means, well, just the word holistic. Let's start there. The word holistic means to treat the whole person. Okay, to treat the whole person. The body, the mind, the spirit, the emotions, and the energy. So holistic is to treat the whole person, whereas sometimes in the medical matrix, the whole person is not considered. That you go in with your complaints or with your symptoms, and then they treat that. So they don't look at you as a whole, complete person. So that is a big difference. And the holistic way can actually bring about healing a whole lot faster and in a more cohesive kind of way. So now, holistic healing is not about natural quick fixes, because people think that they can just, go in the kitchen and get something and take that and that's a quick fix. No, holistic healing, because we're dealing with the mind, body, spirit, emotions, and energy, it cannot be a quick fix, okay? And it's what it really is about deep, layered transformation, okay? It's a transformational type healing. So you're not just fixing that one thing that you went into the doctor about. You're fixing your whole self, and you're going to transform that illness. You're going to transform that disease. You're going to transform that way of being. You're going to transform that relationship. You're going to transform how you feel. It's going to be a change and a transformation. That's a big difference than what happens in the medical matrix. So holistic healing is, we're looking at the root cause. It is root cause work. Whereas in the medical matrix, we're not looking at the root cause. We're looking at, that symptom that you came in here for, and that's it. But in holistic healing, we're looking to see where did this begin? Where did this body issue begin? Where did this spiritual issue begin? So we're looking at the root cause. The second thing that we're looking for in the holistic healing, we're looking to see what herbs can we use? What herbs can we use, or what kind of nutritional support that we can use to help heal? Believe it or not, sometimes emotions can be healed just by the food that you eat. And holistic healing is looking at what herbal treatments and what food we can eat that would improve us. There's a quote that says, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. And that is so true. We have to look at what is the food that we're putting in our body. What food we're putting into our body. We want to look at that. But we also want to look at what foods we need to stop eating. Because there are some foods that's probably causing some problems. Not all food is created equal, as all of you know. It is not equal. There are some foods that are totally bad for your body, and there are some foods that are excellent for your body. And in holistic healing, and then me with my clients, I am looking at, what foods are you eating? You're keeping a diary. You're getting an understanding, and you're bringing awareness to what is it that I'm really putting in my body, and what is it that I'm putting in that I should stop putting in that's going to help me heal. Now, the third thing that we look at in holistic healing is we're going to look at energy alignment. So some of you may already know that our body has energy centers. We have energy centers in our body, and these energy centers help keep us balanced. It helps keeps us healthy. It is called the chakra system, and I teach the chakra system, to my clients, because we need to be aware. Now, that's mostly come from Eastern medicine, but it is something that we need to really look at even in Western medicine, because the energy of our body, you heard the phrase, everything is energy. We are energy. The chair is energy. The plants are energy. So we need to look at all of that, okay? So, and get our energy in alignment. And sometimes just the chakra alignment or energy alignment will work wonders for our healing. And then the fourth thing we want to look at is the emotional and spiritual integration. So our emotions sometimes is tied into how we are being spiritually. And then sometimes our spiritual encounter, I don't know if I want to use the word encounters, but our spiritual ways of being, I guess we would say it like that, ties into our emotions. So we want to look at that in the area of holistic healing. Again, we're looking for the whole person, all right? And we're healing the whole person. You may think that it's one thing, but it may be other things that's involved with your illness or with your disease, okay? And then the last thing I want to talk about for holistic healing is, well, not really the last thing, but for sure, one of the last things that I want to talk about today is rebuilding trust with your body. And we spoke about this last week, and we talked about how our body speaks to us, and we are so busy in life with all the things that's going on that we fail to stop and listen to our body. And it is important to listen to our body. Or it's important, if you don't know how to listen to your body, it's important to learn how to listen to your body. And with the clients that I work with, we're going to take time to sit, be quiet, and learn to listen to our bodies again. And once we can be in tune with our bodies will actually let us know what it needs to heal. So the holistic healing helps to rebuild that trust into our bodies and with our bodies. Now let's talk a little bit about what holistic healing is not. Okay? Holistic healing is not, and we see this a lot in the medical matrix. Many people don't know that this occurs in the medical matrix, but it does. In the medical matrix, there is shaming that goes on. There is shaming in medicine, okay? So shaming is, what's shaming? Okay, so shaming is a negative practice for some medical professionals or healthcare systems. And not all of them do this to people, but they shame medical students, they shame patients, and they point out the patient's flaws and their shortcomings and their behaviors. So, they criticize. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have noticed it. Again, I've worked for 38 plus years in the medical field. And there is shaming that goes on. And we don't do that in holistic healing. Now, I'm going to give you an example from me. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, there were times when the doctor would, make little remarks like, if you hadn't done this, or if you hadn't done that, or if you did what I, told you to do, then you would be better by now. And I'm like, what? Like he was blaming me for my condition. So it was, in other words, you didn't do something right, so that's why you got diabetes, or you didn't do, for real. That happened to me. Now, I don't know if it's ever happened to you where the doctor criticized you for something you did or did not do, so that happens a lot. But holistic healing and holistic practitioners, for the most part, they don't criticize. We're here to help you heal. We're here to help you heal, not just to treat a symptom, okay? And holistic healing does not pretend that everything can be cured overnight. We don't pretend that. We know that it is a process. We know that you didn't get this way overnight, and the healing process is not going to be overnight. It's going to be like layers upon layers of things that you have to peel back and figure out, and as I mentioned earlier, do that root cause work. And so that's what has to happen. It's not a quick fix. And I know that people do want a quick fix because, as soon as a symptom occurs, they go to the doctor and they're looking for a prescription. No, not everybody's like that, but that prescription is what is called a quick fix. But you're just masking what's going on underneath. And so what holistic healing does is help you see what's going on underneath and what brought you from wherever you were to the point that you are today. We look at all of that. We uncover what's causing the problem. And in holistic healing, we honor the journey. So we're all on a journey for a path for healing. And so we honor that. And everybody's journey is not the same. In holistic healing, we use both ancient wisdom and modern tools. So yes, we look at things that our ancestors did. We look at, we do things that our grandparents did. We look at those, they were not called technologies back, back in ancient times. But I think that if we look at it good today, we could call it a technology for their time. But we are doing ancient medicine. Things that's been around for hundreds and thousands of years. We're using those type of treatments. And we're also using modern tools. So in holistic healing, we do use apps because sometimes people need an app. Apps they have an app for everything. There's an app for everything now. And it's a good thing because we can actually use apps to help keep us focused, to help keep us on task, to help track things. So yeah, so we use ancient wisdom and we use modern tools. So, and I am looking forward to helping some of you with your holistic healing journey. And the other thing we do is we hold space for your body's timeline. We don't rush you. We know it's a process. We know it's something you have to get used to. So we just hold the space. We're here for you and waiting for you for when you're ready to move to the next step. So we just hold space. We're here for you, and we allow your body to work on its own timeline. Holistic healing is a return to yourself. And holistic healing is a reclaiming of yourself. So I have a question for you. What does healing the whole you mean to you? What does healing the whole you mean to you? So put that in the comments. Just do it in a few words. What does healing the whole you mean to you? So put that in the comments. Now, if you don't want to put that in the comment, then put this in the comment. I'm ready to heal fully. I am ready to heal fully. The body, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, the energy. Put that in the comments if you're ready to heal fully. Okay? So join me again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. I have to make sure I say that because I know people are listening from different time zones. So tomorrow I'll share how nature became my medicine cabinet. How nature became my medicine cabinet. And how it could be your medicine cabinet too. Okay? See you tomorrow.